There is no better speaker than comedians, which is why I'm presenting the best public speaker is a Malaysian man who performs comedy on The Daily Show, named Ronnie Chen. Due to his skillful speech delivery and his elegant connection with diverse audiences and topics. His skillful speech delivery utilizes humor and body language. Humor is a very difficult element to incorporate, much less master, but can play a very significant role in public speaking. Through comedy, one is essentially telling a story. One needs to twist that story to be comedic. If the audience laughs, hollers, giggles, you essentially made it relatable. You have engaged with them. This is what Ronnie Chen excels at. He's not having the audience be bored or lost in his speech. His stories, his experiences, his points, he makes them memorable, such as, why do moms always ask if you have been married yet? And I married purely out of love, for love, but also for the visa benefits. The audience response can be, oh my god, I done that too, or I understand, yeah, the benefits are totally worth it. He has connected with the audience through this method. Ronnie's humor also not only entertains, but he himself acknowledges that his humor must go through a series of questions, such as, what am I trying to say with the joke? Is what I'm trying to say intentional or not? Is this really the message I want to put out there? Incorporating humor is a very fine line between making a point and making a point that gets the whole world to cancel on you. Yet by towing that line, he amuses, but also allows his messages to penetrate deeper into the hearts and minds of those listening, and have the audience remember his message long after the speech. His body language and actions all have a purpose as well. When he's describing a story like, I saw someone jam their fingers into the subway, he mimics with physical pain and gestures. But in Malaysia, if you did that, you have been brought to your knees by the train, by the system. He effortlessly utilizes his body language, including facial expression, to make the audience connect with the moment. He stands confident, relaxed, and uses purposeful hand gestures to emphasize key points and create visual anchors that help the audience follow along. He doesn't have a PowerPoint because he is the presentation. His body movement and expressions are all an avenue, an open door of communication to the audience. He intertwines various topics to a diverse range of audiences. He grew up in Malaysia and Australia and now lives in the United States. Thus, he possesses a multicultural background that enables him to understand and relate to different cultures and communities. He seamlessly incorporates his experiences as an Asian Malaysian, Australian, also now an American, by addressing topics like identity, cultural stereotype, and the immigrant experience. His ability to find the universal themes allows him to connect with audiences from various backgrounds, fostering a sense of shared humanity. In his words, you just have to tell your authentic stories, and hopefully it resonates. Whatever your story is, you just have to tell it authentically. In addition to making connections with the audience, he has to keep and maintain that connection by keeping conscious and tracking the audience while he's on stage, because he's getting real-time feedback, and he must adjust depending on their responses or their moods, facial expressions, whether it's from shifting topics to getting the audience to share their thoughts as well. He is able to tailor and respond to a wide range of audience through this. He also often presents and talks about hard and current topics, like about the violence against the Asian community during COVID and the rise in stupid anti vaccination idiots, the plastic waste problem, and how Amazon makes it so that you never have to leave your house to buy anything. He ridicules the absurdities of American culture from an outsider's perspective, and through this, he makes the audience stop and think. Think real hard about the points he is making, such as addiction to hyperconsumerism. He's not afraid to bring these hard points and potentially controversial topics up. Beyond American cultural and call to cultural diversity, he's also an advocate for gender equality and social justice. His speeches often touch upon pressing social issues, shedding light on topics such as racial discrimination, gender bias, and the importance of inclusivity. By addressing these crucial matters, Ronnie not only educates, but also empowers his audience to be agents of change and agents for a more equitable society. Ronnie Chen, his communication skills of infusing humor and captivating body language, as well as his remarkable connection with diverse audiences and topics, makes him the best public speaker, if not the best comedian as well.